this. So yesterday, Team USA, they had their first practice in Las Vegas. Bam Adebayo working with the likes of Kevin Durant. You saw him dapping up Kevin Durant, Bradley Beal, Damian Lillard.
You get so excited when guys on your team are playing with stars.
Oh, they all love him. Because they're all gonna fall in love. They're like, man.
But here's the problem. Here's why you're a little fraudulent. Because at some point during the course of the year, you have said about each of those players, don't want them.
I've never said that about Dame Dollar.
Don't want them. You haven't said that about Dame Dollar. You said that about Bradley Beal.
No. What I said about Bradley Beal was I'm tired with the social media flirting. Like, it's like, bro,
it's like you don't want him.
No, it's not that I don't want him. It's just like, bro, put the thumbs away. You're liking everybody's Photoshops of you in the Heat jersey, and then you're staying in Washington. Like, force your way out already. Let's go.
He's doing the Deion Sanders drill right now, backing up.
El Nice says, ain't like Bam in the 10th rotation for playing time. He's probably going to start, dude. I don't know what you're talking about. A lot of people think Bam's going to be the starting center for this team. They don't have centers. Like, he's probably going to be starting for Team USA.
Keep in mind that Euro basketball is a lot different too, because nobody plays center. All the centers shoot threes.
It's he's very likely going to get a lot of playing time on this roster because it's him, Draymond, and Kevin Love.
And one of the reasons why Bam's on that team is because the Euros play so many stretch 4s and 5s, he has the ability to play in the paint along with go out there on the wing and guard him.
But yesterday,
come on.
Well, listen, it's nice to be liked. And yesterday, Kevin Love, who everybody's kind of wondering why is he on the roster. It's a little bit weird. He didn't have a good year, but he has won a gold medal, so they're bringing some experience in. He's kind of been the forgotten man in Cleveland, Mr. 4-6. And yesterday, it was just kind of impromptu. Was just letting you know how much he loves Bam Adebayo.
So I know Bam's coming on here to speak next, but he's somebody that I really admire. He's actually somebody whose jersey that I have in my locker. It's a very select few, but I love how he plays. I love what he's about, his story, where he's came from, and just how great he's done in this league in a very short period of time. And then.
How about that, Leroy?
Admire,
have his jersey, loves the way he plays, loves his story, loves where he comes from. You know what that tells me? Loves to play next to him.
So now you're okay with having Mr. 6?
Sounded like
Mr. 4-6
flirting.
Oh, you okay with having Mr. 4-6 now?
I'm not okay with it. I'm just saying I found that interesting. I just found it interesting that Kevin Love is out here. Kevin Love's out here just letting you know, Bam, I admire you, big fella.
We don't make whale noises for Kevin Love. We make porpoise sounds.
I agree. He's not a whale. He's past his whale window.
Yeah.
He's past his whale window. But he's some type of sea life, a harbor seal.
No. That's gotta be something that like big tarpon, still a game fish, but not as treasured as a whale.
Grouper.
Somebody's saying that Love and Butler. Somebody's saying that Love and Butler got beef. I don't recall what that is. If you could clarify that, I don't recall the Kevin Love. It's kind of hard to keep up with Jimmy Butler beefs, to be honest with you. If I'm on it.
Yeah, they weren't on the same team. Like they both played for the Timberwolves, but they never overlapped. They never played on the same team.
Oh yeah, what was Kevin Love getting mad at him over Wolves culture?
Jeez.
Oh wait. Oh, I know what it is. It's the alarm clock. Because Jimmy Butler was bragging about waking up at 3 a.m.
Oh, yeah, I do remember that. But was that because he doesn't like Jimmy Butler? Was that impromptu? Yeah, I do remember that. He was like, "Oh, that's very look at me." Which, by the way, if you look at both of their bodies, I mean,
is this true?
What?
Kevin Love is younger than Jimmy Butler?
No way.
Wait, what way to find out?
Old Wikipedia. Nah, he's 32.
But that's still close. I thought he was like 36.
He's 30. He's 30. He's 32. He's gonna be 33 in September.
And Jimmy will be 32
Also, it's September. Yeah, he's a 1 year older.
So maybe it's the same. Were they in the same draft?
So Jimmy Butler, so they beefed over the workout thing, and Kevin Love was like, "Oh, he does that for show," and then Jimmy Butler said, "Quote: It's like mother bleeper, come do what I do. People don't understand. I do this bleep every day in the summer. If you know me, you get up, you do the work the way I work. It's not for show. If it was for show, I would have been one of those to put it on the internet. I don't. I don't talk about it. I just go do it. So yeah, but you don't want to know something? That's not that. That's just a little that's a little public scrap.
Wait,
That's
don't try. Wait.
That's not a hardcore beef,
folks. I'm gonna tell you what this is called. This right now is setting stuff up. Because when the Heat end up with Kevin Love, Tobin wants to have smoothed all of his hot takes down so he can accept him.
What's Kevin Love's next press conference going to be? Waxing poetic on the genius of Erik Spoelstra? Boy, we went up against Spo today in practice, and let me tell you something. I've never seen stuff like this. This guy was throwing stuff at us I've never seen. It was amazing. Basketball savant. This dude is trying. He's trying to smooch his way all the way to Miami.
What are you doing? The Hollinsworth waxing poetic?
Oh yeah, he's just sitting there. He goes, "Wow, some of the sets that Spo had. The sets, unbelievable."
So you think that's what he's trying to do?
Oh, dude, come on. He's one of the guys. I have one of the jerseys. It's a select few. Really? Oh, it's a select few. Really? How many? That jersey. His locker's probably huge. He's been in the league forever. He's an alleged star on the Cavaliers. I'm sure he has a ton of jerseys in his locker, but he made it be known. Bam, one of a select few. Very interesting, Leroy.
So you're basically setting up. Oh, okay. Everybody in South Florida. Tobin is setting up the scenario where Kevin Love is a Heat player next year. You're setting it up.
I'm not setting anything up.
Yes, you are.
I'm not setting it up. I'm just saying. I'm just reading the room, Leroy. Sometimes you gotta.
Here's why I know. Because not once during all of these conversations have you called him Mr. 46.
Oh, you mean Kevin?
Yeah. You know who the hell I'm talking about.
You mean Kevin? You're being very rude to Kevin.
No, I'm not. It's me.
You're being very rude to K-Love.
I'm being rude.
Being very rude.
I'm being rude.
You're being a rude guy. You know, like this. Sometimes you want to know something, Leroy. Sometimes hard luck hits us, and we need to find a new path to change karma. Karma of the game, as Erik Spoelstra calls it.
I hate you. You are so flippity floppity. Like this, like
I just want to be wanted. I want to pinch his little cheeks. Oh, Kevin, you love us. We love you. Maybe. If somebody better doesn't come along. Or if you bring Colin Sexton.
Can you bring some friends? Wait, you know what that means? Somebody like Tyler Herro is going to end up in Cleveland.
Oh, we got some we got some Tyler Herro stuff we got to get to too, because he said some weird stuff yesterday. He said some weird stuff. It was a heat heavy day on the Team USA Zoom rooms. So we got to get to Tyler Herro as well. So Tyler Herro yesterday was speaking to the media. Now Tyler is Leroy. He is on the U.S. select team. They are basically the practice squad, if you will. Oh,
I was just thinking the same thing.
They're kind of like the practice squad, but obviously they're not the practice squad. I actually found this out yesterday. You can't get called up from the USA select team. They actually have other guys for that. So they're basically just bodies to practice against for Kevin Durant
they're not
and them boys.
It's like G League. Well, no, not even G League.
It's like G League, but it's like rookies. So it's like, you know, it's Tyler Herro, Obi Toppin, PJ Washington. That's the kind of people we're talking about on this roster.
If it was a practice squad, if it was a practice squad, another country could claim them and pick them up as long as they put them on their active roster.
Robbie, what are you doing?
If this was a practice,
what are you doing?
What?
Well,
you know the whole point of the Olympics is you have to be the nationality of the country you're playing for.
The guy who scored the game-winning goal for Italy yesterday at PK's was a Brazilian guy.
Yes, well, we do have on Team Nigeria. You have Precious Achua, Gabe Vincent, and KZ Akpala all on that roster.
Not Americans.
Not I don't know if Gabe Vincent. I think Gabe Vincent, his parents, I think, might be from Nigeria.
Again, he's either had dual citizenship and he can go claim both. But there's some, you can't just all of a sudden be there. Now, I will say I've heard of guys becoming citizens of that country, but you have to be a citizen.
Yep.
Well, either way, Tyler Herro's on the select team, so they are there to get a good sweat in with the Olympic team, who's has training camp this week before they venture off, do a couple exhibitions, and then get into the whole shebang of trying to win the gold medal. So I found this interesting yesterday, Leroy. So he was asked about his relationship with Erik Spoelstra and getting the chance that Spo is going to coach this U.S. select team, and take a listen to what Tyler Herro has to say about this, and see if you can hear what I'm hearing.
I'm gonna tell you, no. I know I'm not gonna hear what you hear, but I'm gonna tell you what I'm hearing.
You don't know what I'm gonna hear. You don't know. You don't know.
Okay, go.
I think it's unique because I'm able to just continue to build a strong relationship with Coach Spo. I plan on playing for him for a while, and that's my plan, and I hope that happens. So I continue to just build a strong relationship with him, and I think this experience for both of us is big. It's something in the summer where we can just go, obviously to Vegas for a week and just focus on basketball and, really, try to, up our knowledge on the game. And there's multiple things we can take away from it.
I hope that he's my coach for a while.
Hold on.
Very interesting.
No, I got this.
Okay.
He was lobbying.
Mm-hmm.
He might as well went up there and said, "Please don't trade me.
Please don't trade me.
I like Miami." Which basically means that Tyler Herro and his family will be in Cleveland next year.
No, we don't know that. We don't know that. But that was weird. I was like, I listened to it. I'm like, I hear that right? Like that's kind of a weird thing to just drop in the middle of a cliche answer.
Lobbying, but at the same time, he said it where it could be that he just has a lot of confidence and he has a good relationship with Spo. If you're listening without really knowing that relationship, which none of us do know, kind of sounds like he was lobbying for Spo to be his coach for a long period of time. In any event, don't unpack your to-go bag.
All right. I just found that very odd. Here's a little bit more of Tyler Herro from yesterday saying he's using the summer to get himself an NBA body.
This summer is, a huge summer for me. And I'm excited. Like you said, it's my first real off season where I'm able to, focus on, different things that I want to work on. And I think for one is definitely just being able to get stronger, building my foundation, whether it's, my legs and just my upper body, just being able to, come into more of an NBA body and really put some weight on. And then, I think just being more efficient from three, continuing to get better and my decision making in the pick and roll and, just being a lot more efficient. I feel like I can be, much more efficient in the mid range from the three and really all around. So I'm just excited to put in all the time, all the effort in the summer, and continue to get better.
That's good stuff. I like definitely. I think the number one thing for him is he's got to get that NBA body. He's got to grow into it a little bit.
Yeah. Now, could Tyler be that point guard?
He wants to be. I know that. Like he mentioned multiple times. He mentioned multiple times this year. He thought he'd be starting by now. No, listen, he's got to get cleaner with a lot of stuff. I think what he's saying about the efficiency and all that type of stuff. Too many turnovers last year. Now look, I mean, listen, he has spots on that floor, especially in the mid range, that like other guys on the team do not have. I mean, he's got some beautiful ways to go score the basketball.
He has some amazing ways to get the ball on the basket.
Yeah,
right. Like underneath, over, like around the rim. He is amazing. The problem is that he, and a lot of times this year, has thrown it away before we get to that moment.
Please don't trade me.
That's what it sounds like.
Spo.
But that's without knowing the relationship he has with Spo.
Do you want to hear? Do you want to hear Spo on Tyler Herro?
Oh no, this is going to either confirm what my original thought was. All right, let's. I'm scared because I hate. There's nothing worse than an unaware young person. Right.
Here's Erik Spoelstra on having Tyler Herro on the select team.
I think it's a great confidence boost. It's a great basketball experience. It's a great competitive experience for him. Just the practice time today to learn different terminology. We're using the similar terminology that the main team is using. So that's different terminology than Tyler was using with us. Slightly different schemes. I think this is really important for a young player to be able to go through that learning process. And particularly if it's a little bit different, it helps you grow and expand in different ways. And then, of course, the competition. Come on. When we do get an opportunity to compete against the main team, there is absolutely nothing you could do during a summer in terms of workouts, player development, or open gyms that could surpass the type of experience that not only Tyler will get, but all the guys from the select team in terms of
course,
competing against the very best that we have to offer in this country.
Said different a lot.
If you want you ever win that relationship
Mm-hmm.
and you viewed that relationship as you just hanging out and the girl viewed that relationship like y'all about to get married?
Yeah.
I think that's where we are.
You think like Tyler Herro brought Spo like a blinged out whistle?
Yep. And Spo opened up his drawer and threw it with all the other whistles.
Yeah, it's good for Tyler to learn different terminology,
But it's like that with all of our players. Once he said that,
I was like, huh? Wait. Why does he need to learn different stuff? It's you.
You don't want to learn first of all, they're getting him ready for Euro style basketball. And second of all, you don't want to go out there and teach your stuff.
Understood.
Guys you got to play against.
Understood. But he made a very big point. It's good to learn other stuff. It's good to learn other stuff.
Last time I checked,
different.
Getting the ball in the hoop was the name of the game.
Want to learn different things. We want to be well versed.
The only different thing that Tyler could learn is defense.
Never know what they're going to say when you got to run a play in Cleveland. So we got to see what kind of terminology they have. Just saying.
Somebody already did it on the Love and Sexton for Tyler, Iggy, and who's the other one? I forgot the other one.
Bam Adebayo yesterday. He was it was his day to talk at Team USA practice. Popovich talked. I got to be honest with you. I was bored to tears listening to Popovich talk.
You don't want to cross him.
He was actually too. Damage is done. I've already done it man to man, face to face. So no, I didn't really have anything for him. But man, I tell you what though, dude, a lot of media on these calls. Almost more than the finals. It's kind of crazy because you have a lot of international media, a ton of international media for these. I saw my dude Christos yesterday. It was good to see him. Hello, Bam. What does it mean to you to win gold medal? And also, how awesome would that be? I love it, man. We got to get him back on. But I feel bad asking him to come on because I know I'm like looking at my phone. I'm like, Christos, it's 3 a.m. in Greece right now when you're talking. Like, what are you doing, dude? He's Greek Woj. He's a grinder. But anyway, so Bam yesterday, he was asked about Cruton and how much Cruton's going to be going on Team USA. And here's what the Heat big man had to say.
I don't know. I feel like everybody will have their fair share since we're going to be around each other so much. But, for me, just out here competing. At the end of the day, I'm gonna end up becoming close with a lot of these dudes. So you never know what could happen.
Yeah. I'll translate that to wink. Wink. Oh, you don't know. Oh, you don't know, do you? Just happen to be hanging out with Jason Tatum on the outskirts of going to the Olympics. You don't know though, do you? Don't know about Bradley Beal. You know, the guy whose jersey you wore after a game, do you? Wink. I'm sure you don't know, Bam. I'm sure you don't have any inkling of what's going on.
You know why I have caution about that?
Why?
How do you know they're not recruiting Bam?
Oh, bro.
See, you just dismiss it.
Because Wizards and Boston. What are you talking about?
All right.
Wizards and Boston. Like, Jason Tatum's like, man, it's cold in Boston. Like he is. And Bam's like, yeah, I bet it is. You want to know where it's not cold ever? Miami. Just saying. Think about it in the next 3 years. Think about it. You continue to go with that boy wonder Brad Stevens running your organization, trading back for Al Horford.
Ha.
Really knows how to make a splash, old Bradley.
All right.
You think? I was wondering this yesterday. I was wondering if anybody was going to ask about the Portland rumors. I don't think so though. Two on the outskirts, and I feel like Spo would be like, I don't listen to the noise. That's his move.
You should ask that question. But then you started that rumor, so it would be kind of weird.
It would be weird. And then it'd be like, am I adding fuel? Is that, Robbie, is that like adding, as a journalist, which I am, is that journalism or am I like, am I tabloids at that point?
Oh yeah, you're being the story.
Yeah, I'm being the story. Rachel Nichols says you can't be part of the story. That was lesson 1 at journalism school.
Well, lesson 2 should have been always think there's a mic on.
I feel like that should be lesson 2.
It probably should be lesson number 1, because if you're the story, right. You probably messed up lesson number 2.
Right. If you messed up rule number 1, you might be rule number 2.